Welcome students. Today I am going to introduce how to draw the board plot, the procedure for drawing the board plot, and we will solve one problem on board plot, how to complete and drawing the board plot, and finally we will be finding the phase margin, gain margin from the board plot. First I would like to share what is board plot and the procedure to draw a board diagram. So the board plot is a magnitude and phase angle plot in which is drawn in a similar graph sheet, and its magnitude is measured in decibel, and with respect to the frequency varying from 0 to infinity in logarithmic scale. So the first step to draw the board diagram is convert the given g of s, h of s, that is Walker loop transfer function, into time constant form. And the second step is replace s by j omega, so which will convert the given transfer function in the frequency domain. And third step is from the given transfer function, identify the corner frequencies and arrange the components of g of s and h of s. That is transfer from the transfer function. There will be a first order and quadratic factors will be available, and then order it in a increasing order of the corner frequencies and tabulate it as given in the table. So in the table, first to write the factors of g of s, h of s, then write the corner frequency, then each factor will contribute and slope, some slope in decibel per decade, write it in this column, and finally each corner frequency the slope will change, and write the change in slope in decibel per decade in this column. The next step is, after filling up all the elements in the table, and you select a arbitrary corner frequencies which is lower than the first corner frequency and a highest corner frequency. Then finally you determine the magnitude in decibel value at each corner frequency. So here the expression for finding the magnitude in decibel is given. Suppose I want to find the magnitude at y. For example, from the plot you can see, suppose we know the magnitude at corner frequency omega x. Suppose I want to find out the next magnitude for a corner frequency at omega y. So you can use this expression, which is equal to slope from x to y. So from x to y, what is the slope? That you can get it from the table, and multiply this with the log of omega y by omega s. That is, from the figure you can see what is omega and omega x, and also you can get it from the table, plus gain at omega x, that is the previous gain. So the formula is very simple. You can easily remember the slope or change in frequency from old corner frequency to new corner frequency into log of omega y, that is old corner frequency divided by new corner frequency, plus gain at the previous corner frequency. By using this expression, you can find out the magnitude at all corner frequency. So once we find the value of magnitude on each corner frequency, you can use a similar graph sheet, and the y-axis will be here. Suppose this is a similar graph, so y-axis will be the magnitude, x-axis will be the frequency in log omega, that is logarithmic scale. And After finding the magnitude for each corner frequency, the next step is to draw the phase angle plot. So for that, first to write the expression for the phase angle from the given transfer function. Then each corner frequency, you find the phase angle. Then as usual, you can draw it with respect to logarithmic scale and the x-axis for each corner frequency. You can mark the phase angle on the y-axis. And finally, you can plot the phase angle plot. And here, this table gives an idea of which factor will contribute the slope at each corner frequency. So here, suppose the g of j omega term consists of k only, that is constant term. So it will contribute 0 phase angle and its magnitude is 20 log k. And the change in slope will be 0. Okay. Then suppose there is a factor of j omega, that is a differentiator. It will contribute a positive phase angle, positive slope of 20 decibel per dk, and its magnitude will be 20 log of omega. Then suppose j omega power n. This factor is in the g of s, h of s. Then what you have to do is, so j omega term will contribute a phase angle of 20 decibel, that is slope of 20 decibel per decade, and multiply with n. You will get the total slope. And its magnitude will be 20 into n log of omega. Okay. And the phase angle corresponding. So this factor or this term will contribute to a phase angle of 90 into n. So j omega term will contribute plus 90 degree, whereas j omega power n will contribute 90 degree into n, multiply with n. And if there is a pole at origin, then 1 by j omega, this term will contribute a slope of minus 20 decibel per decade, and its magnitude will be minus 20 log of omega, and it will contribute a phase angle of minus 90 degree. You know, if you go in the clockwise, in the counterclockwise, it will be a plus 270. So normally we will draw it in the clockwise. So we'll be using minus 90. Then 1 by j omega power n, that is n poles are at origin. This will contribute a slope of minus 20 into n. Suppose 1 by j omega square, then its slope will be minus 20 into 2. So it will be minus 40 decibel per decade. And its magnitude will be minus 20 into n log of omega. And it will contribute a phase angle of minus 90 into n. So for example, 1 by j omega square, it will be minus 90 into 2. So we'll get minus 180 degree. Then there is a 0 available in the g of j omega, h of j omega. Then it will contribute a slope of 20 decibel per decade, and its value magnitude will be 0 for omega less than 1 by r, or 20 log of omega r for omega greater than 1 by r. And the angle, it will contribute an angle of 90 degree. Then for a pole 1 by 1 plus j omega r, it will contribute minus 20 decibel per decade, and its magnitude will be minus 20 log omega r for omega greater than 1 by r, and it will contribute an angle of minus 90 degree. So you should remember for each factor what will be the slope, contribution, and the phase angle. If you know these two factor, you can easily make the table for a given problem. And for a quadratic factors, that is second order equation, it will contribute here. For a second order system, it will contribute positive 40 decibel per decade, and for different values of omega, for omega less than omega n, it will be 40 log of omega n, and if it is or it may be 20 log of 2 del omega n square for omega equal to omega n, and when omega is greater than omega n, it is 40 log of omega. So depending upon the value of omega n and its corresponding omega, so you can take any of this expression. And the angle contribution will be 0 for omega less than omega n. So and for 90° for omega equal to omega n. Here you can see omega equal to omega n. So 1 minus 1, it becomes 0. So you'll get only this term. And it will be 180 for omega greater than omega n. Okay. So you can use this table, or you can easily remember. For a 0, it will contribute 20 decibel per positive 20 decibel per decade and the phase angle of 90°. And if it is poles, it will contribute minus 20 decibel per decade or the phase angle of minus 90°. And you can use this table for finding the slope and phase angle. And once you drawn, so this is I have drawn this for a particular problem. So how to find out the phase margin, gain margin after drawing the magnitude and phase angle plot. So here you can see, so as already stated about the phase margin, gain margin. So the gain margin can be obtained when the phase angle is minus 180°. When it crosses minus 180°, at that point, what is that magnitude? So here, corresponding to 180° from the phase angle plot, we extend this point, okay, from the phase plot to the magnitude plot. So it will intersect at one point. So measure this. Okay, if we get negative gain margin decibel, the actual gain margin is positive. Okay, and if it is positive value, get the gain margin will be negative. Okay, just you have to change the sign. That's all. And once you find the gain margin, you can get the phase margin. We know that phase margin is nothing but when the curve intersect the unity circle. So at corresponding unity, so 20 log of 1 unity, its decibel value is 0. So corresponding to 0 decibel from the magnitude plot, you extend, it will intersect the phase angle plot at one point and you measure that phase angle. So that phase angle plus 180 will get the positive. So if you get the positive negative angle, you will get the positive phase margin. So from the plot, either it is on the above minus 180, you will get the positive phase margin. Below minus 180°, you will get the negative phase margin. So you have to draw the phase angle plot and gain plot in the same graph sheet. So you should not draw it in separately. Okay, now we consider a problem. Okay, let us take a problem. So this is a problem of a type 1 and third order system. So g of s is given, g of s is equal to 10 divided by s into 1 plus 0.4s into 1 plus 0.1s. So g of j omega, replace s with j omega, will get g of j omega equal to 10 divided by j omega into 1 plus j 0.4 omega into 1 plus j 0.1 omega. Okay. So from this given problem, you identify the or find the corner frequency. So the coefficient of s here is 0.4. So reciprocal of 0.4 is 2.5 radian per second. So corner frequency 1. And the second corner frequency will be the reciprocal of s here is 0.1. So 1 by 0.1 will get 10 radian per second. So after finding the corner frequency, okay. So in the increasing order of corner frequency, write the terms from the given g of s. So one term is, so a pole at the origin. First to write the poles are zeros at the origin as a first term. So here I have written the first term as 10 divided by j omega. It will not contribute any corner frequency, put it hyphen. But it contribute a slope of minus 20 decibel per decade. And as this is the first initial point, so there is no change in slope. And the next corner frequency 2.5. So the corresponding factor is 1 divided by 1 plus j point. So its corner frequency 2.5. It contribute to a slope of minus 20 decibel per decade. So previous term contribute minus 20. So adding the previous with the current slope, you will get minus 40 decibel per decade. This is the change in slope. So at this corner frequency, so the curve initially start with the 20 decibel per decade. So at this corner frequency 2.5, the slope will change from minus 20 decibel per decade to minus 40 decibel per decade. From this point, the curve will start with the minus 40 decibel per decade. And the next corner frequency 10 radian per second, the corresponding term is 1 divided by 1 plus j 0.1 omega. It contributes here minus 20 decibel per decade. So the previous slope is minus 40, or you can add this current slope with the previous two slope, you will get the change in slope as minus 60 decibel per decade. Okay. Then you can select two corner frequency, one below the first corner frequency, that is 2.5. You can take it as a 1 decade apart as 2.5 divided by 10 as 0.25, or you can take a lesser value of 2.5 as 1 also, or 2. You can take anything. Preferably, you can take as a 1 decade apart. So you can divide the first corner frequency divided by 10. And the last final corner frequency should be the last corner frequency. It is here. It is 10. You can multiply this 10 with the 10. So next decade, okay, to the 10. So we'll get 100. 100 may be the highest corner frequency. So the one corner frequency is 2.5, and below lesser than this value is maybe 0.25, and the next is 10, and the final corner frequency you can take it as a 100. So once you have the corner frequency and the corresponding magnitude, now next step is to find the magnitude. Okay, here for the first lowest corner frequency, the first corner frequency, you can use this term, that is the first term 10 divided by j omega, to find the magnitude. So at omega equal to lowest corner frequency omega L, so it is 20 log of 10 divided by j omega, which is 20 log of 10 divided by omega. So at this lowest corner frequency taken as 0.1. So here substituting here, you will get 10 divided by 0.1, and taking log of 10 divided by 0.1, simplifying this, you will get 40 decibel. And at first corner frequency omega, at omega C1, 20 log of 10 divided by j omega, 20 log of 10 divided by 2.5, you will get 12 decibel. Okay. So if you find the difference between these two, so 12 minus this 40, so here you will get 40 minus 12. It will be a negative slope you will get, because it is pole terms. Okay. So you'll get some 28. Difference is 28. Suppose if you have taken the lowest corner frequency as 0.25, you will get exactly the difference will be minus 20. You will get. Okay, because this 10 divided by j omega term contribute minus 20 decibel. So 1 decade apart, if you draw it in the plot, you will get minus 20 decibel decade between 0.25 to first corner frequency 2.5. Then the next corner frequency at omega equal to 10. Okay. So the slope from omega C1 to omega C2. So here from omega C1 to C2, it is minus 40 decibel. So here minus 40 decibel change in slope into log of 10 divided by the previous corner frequency 2.5 plus the previous value at omega C1 is 12, you will get minus 12 decibel. So the difference between minus 12 to 12 is 40. You will get minus 40 decibel. Okay. Next, the highest corner frequency at omega equal to, it is taken as 50, or you can take it is some 100 also. So the change in slope from the 10 to 50, it will be minus 60. Minus 60 into log of 50 divided by 10, and the previous magnitude value is minus 12. So in plus minus 12, so we'll get minus 54. If you take the difference between this and this, you will get, if it is exactly 1 decade apart, you will get a magnitude difference of 60, minus 60. Okay. So now we have found the magnitude at all corner frequencies. And the next step is find the phase angle. So for the given problem, the phase angle is minus 90 degree, minus tan inverse of 0.4 omega, minus tan inverse of 0.1 omega. So omega, so we know the corner frequency range is between, for the given problem is 2.5 and 10. So it should include, okay, these two terms mainly, and you can find out the phase angle at corner frequency mainly. So here 2.5 is a one term, first conference, and the previous value you can take one or two values as 1 or 0.1. And the next between 2.5 and 10, I have considered 4 as a frequency, and 10 the highest as a 20, or even we have found it is some at 50 corner frequency at, we have found the magnitude, and you can also find out the phase angle at 50 also. So you can find the phase angle for about some 5 to 6 point, or at corner frequency mainly. Okay, find for each term and substitute in the phase angle, you will get the corresponding phase angle. So it ranges from minus 92 to plus 230, minus 236. Okay, so it is minus 236. And how here you can see for each corner frequency, it is corner frequency marked the x-axis, it is marked as 0.1. So in the similar graph sheet, there will be 10 division. Okay, each scale will be divided into 10 division of non-linear scale. Okay, so suppose if you assume the first frequency is 0.1, it will be 1 decade apart. So multiply this 0.1 with the 10, you will get 1. The next value will be 10 and 100. And here from the given table, for each corner frequency, okay, we have found the magnitude. And so the first corner frequency we have taken as some 1, and the corresponding point you can take, or at 0.1 you can find out the magnitude also. Here you can see at 0.1 corner frequency. So we have found the magnitude as 40 decibel. So that is marked here at a 40 decibel. And the next corner frequency, it is at 2.5. It is 12 decibel. Okay, at 2.5, it is 12 decibel. You can see here, and join these 2 points. Okay, and next is at 10 corner frequency 10. Its magnitude is minus 12 decibel. You mark it and join these 2 points. And finally, up to 50, its magnitude is found as minus 54, and mark it here and join these 2 points at corner frequency point. So we'll get lines, straight line. Don't draw it as a smooth curve, because at corner frequency there will be a error of minus 3 decibel per decade. So we assume that we are not considering that error. Okay, just to draw the line. Then for each corner frequency, I mark the phase angle also at 0.1, 1, and at 10 and 50. Okay, and for a phase angle you can draw the curve as a smooth curve. Okay, so once you drawn the magnitude and phase angle plot, you can find out the phase margin, gain margin. Suppose I want to get, so in this picture I have not shown the angle. So the angle is marked on the right side. It's not shown here, but from the angle curve corresponding to 180, minus 180 degree. Okay. Okay. 180 degree will be in between this corner fringe 4 to 10. So corner fringe between 4 to 10, you will get a point. So from this you can extend to the 4 to 10. You can extend. Actually, it is in this problem we are not finding the gain margin, phase margin. In the next problem, I show that how to find the phase margin, gain margin. Okay. So this is a procedure. So in this video session, I have explained the procedure how to draw the Bode plot. So this is a Bode plot drawn for this problem. It's another problem. Okay, how it look like the Bode diagram. So if you follow the procedure, you can straight away draw the Bode plot, magnitude plot, and phase angle plot. Okay, thank you.